Hello everyone. I wanted to tell you about my designer paper share and ribbon share from the holiday mini catalog in Stampin' Up! 2020. There are 7 new DSPs and 6 ribbons. One is a combo pack of twine. It actually comes like this in 4 rolls. And so what you get is you get a sample of each 12 by 12 pack, except it's going to be cut into 6 by 6, and you'll be getting a 1/4 of the pack. And so if you just want the designer paper, you'll be getting 7 different designer paper packs. There's 12 sheets in each pack, and on the front it will tell you that this is a 6 by 6 sampler. Normally it comes in 12 by 12 size, and it also lists the coordinating colors, which I found to be so helpful in making cards. And I'm gonna show you some of the cards I made. And along with the designer paper share alone is $25. And along with that, you'll get a PDF with 5 basic designs you can use over and over with different designer paper, and only a greeting set to make lots of different cards. And I'll be sending you the measurements, and I'll show you some of those cards as I go through each paper. And then the ribbon share, if you just want the ribbon alone, it's $16, and you're getting 2 yards of each, oops, that's a repeat, of each kind of ribbon, except the twine is only 1 yard of each. So that's 6 main ribbons plus 2 yards each, plus 4 twines, 1 yard each. And I'm going to show you what these ribbons, which coordinates together, and some samples. So the ribbon alone is $16. If you get the paper and the ribbon together, it's $40, and that includes the PDF with the measurements for a variety of cards. And sorry, my son is cooking in the background and my dog's barking because she wants some of the food. So let me just go through these different papers with you. The first one is from my heart, and this was the first one that caught my eye. And this is specialty paper. It has foil in it, so on some of the designs. And actually this is a card made with that paper, just a simple card, and with the stamp set that goes with it. And the great thing is this set has 2 punches. One of the punches does a plain heart, and one does the scallop outer heart. And this heart right here actually comes from this paper. Let me show you both sides. There's one design, and you get 2 of each kind. There's another kind. Oh, that project has this stripe paper on the background. And then we have our hearts with stripes. Hearts on one side, stripes on the other. This is all foil. You can see that shine. Hearts, very similar to that, but this has sort of a pink background. And then here's this heart that was punched out to use on the box. So that's kind of handy. And these hearts also can be punched out. And there's your other side. And the ribbon that goes with that is a satin, double stitched satin ribbon, it's called. And that is also can be seen at the top of this card. So that is your From the Heart DSP. Next one I'll show you is Hhrishi Blossom. Also a specialty DSP with some foil elements. This has champagne foil in it. You can see the Eiffel Tower in champagne. One side is that. I actually have a card made with this one. These are all meant to be simple cards with just a greeting and the DSP. Some are stepped up, but that's the basic outline. So we've got those 2 papers. This flowery paper on one side. I have another card made with that. And this shows the ribbon that comes with it. Petal pink with some foil edge on the side. So that's the ribbon that comes with that one. And we've got some keys. I can't remember what that thing's called. More foil in there. And some words in champagne foil on one side, blue flowers on the other, and little suitcases and little Eiffel Tower symbols. You could punch those out. Those might be cute on an envelope. There's a couple other cards made with this set and with the ribbon. So there's your, wow, sorry for the noise in the background. There's your Hhrishi Blossoms ESP. Let's go to a different, totally different change of pace with the Country Club designer paper. And that's the one that comes with the 4 different twines. You can see my twines are a little depleted because I've already been dividing some of these up and using them on projects. I'll show you those in a minute. So here you have your golf designs on one side of the paper. But then if you don't have a golfer in your family like me, which I still will show you some I made, the other side is all just different textures and patterns that are manly plaids and argyle, is that what that's called? So let me show you a couple simple cards I made with that. Just combining this set with Itty Bitty Birthdays. Used one of those plaid patterns on the back. And there's some of the twine rolled underneath there. This is another one of the patterns turned into a birthday card, added a couple balloons. And here I went ahead and made it for a golfer, so I'll need to meet one so I can give him this card, but just using that paper in the middle and adding a little twine. Now this last card, I used the twine paper, I used the plaid paper on, well, from a different set. But one thing cool about this is you have this paper with images. Now these are cut into 6x6. If you buy the 12x12, you'll have a bunch of pictures you can cut out. And I just took an oval and die cut that and watercolored it and put that on the card. So this is all DSP other than that little greeting. No stamping for the background. And I cut out a couple different ones, but it was a lot of work to color it, I'll be honest. So I only made one of those. But that's your Country Club paper and twine. Then we have this, I'll go back to flowers for a minute with the Peaceful Poppies paper. And I thought this made such easy, gorgeous cards because the paper is just stunning on its own. And it comes with this crinkle seam binding ribbon, which is very thin and floppy, and I wasn't sure what I thought of it at first, but I've ended up really liking it on the cards. So let me show you some of the paper, maybe some cards as I go along too. That just has a little strip of this down the side with a greeting. One side has more, I don't know what that looks like. There's some artist, Monet maybe, that reminds me of. And then this purple one is one of my favorites. Here's a card made with that. And just FYI to explain how your PDF, this is the same card, just this has different paper, but it's the same layout. And this always, one nice thing of having all the DSP, you can always decorate your ribbons, I mean, your envelopes to match. So that's that one. And then this paper, on the other side is some stripes. Just showing you, I didn't use all of these yet. Got some water, I don't know what to call that, watercolored polka dots. This paper is really great for cards because you just cut a piece, and if you had your whole 12x12, you could make 6 of those with this image out of one sheet of cardstock. And it's just framed on different cardstock with a greeting added, and there's that seam binding ribbon. And this is that same paper. Oh, let's see what's on the other side. Just a green water, looks like paper that got wet to me and the ink spread. I like the flower side better myself. But those are your papers. This last card just uses that same paper from the beginning. So that is the Painted Peaceful Poppies Designer Series paper. And when making all these cards, I just looked at what colors were in the set and used that to make the cards. Okay, let's go to our fun birthday Bonanza Designer Series paper. Bonanza. And the ribbon that goes with that, oh, is this no, it's not crinkle. What's it called? Ruched ribbon. Daffodil Delight ruched ribbon. And you've got some cute lions in here. I'll show you the little guys first. You got lions and pandas and koalas, and on one side, and then the other side is just some patterns to go with that. And here's with the paper, I actually did buy the whole suite, so I got the stamps to go with it. But on the front, it's just the koalas and lions with a greeting. This one I added a little twine from the Country Club suite. And then on the inside, I did use the stamp set that came with it for the inside and the envelopes. But that's your, oh, I forgot to bring my, oh, I did bring my parrot card. This parrot card was actually traced directly from the catalog. And you know, it doesn't even use that paper. I'll show it to you when I get to the other paper. And then these little guys are gift card holders. They're using, there's this ice cream paper. I know I'm not showing this very clearly. That's on the other side of the candles. One of them uses that, and the other one uses, there's balloons here, and it uses the gift side. Here's the other paper I didn't show you yet with stripes. I love stripes and polka dots, so I'll have fun with that. But these little guys open up, and it's a gift card holder. Learned that from Connie Stewart. And if you're coming to our Super Saturday, we'll be making this there. So that is your birthday Bonanza paper. And then 2 more to go. We have our tropical Oasis Designer Series paper, and it comes with that cute pineapple die and set, which I don't have that whole set yet, but you can see I've used that paper here with the parrot from Birthday Bonanza. This twine is the, what do they call it? Burlap trim. That's the trim that goes with this paper. And this was just, I looked right in the catalog for that idea of that paper. But see, with your Designer Series paper, you can always add some flair to the inside of your card too. So there's our tropical, with kind of a textured on the background, all kinds of tropical fruits. There's your pineapples. I'm trying to see how to get that centered. It's like the jungle. Palm trees in the background. Oh, somehow I messed up. This should only have 2 of these in here. So I'm gonna have to look through my pack, see where I went wrong. And then we have our Jeeps with some brown textured on the background. That's your tropical Oasis paper with the burlap trim. And our final one is the Best Dressed Designer Series paper. And it comes with, or the matching trim is this thin little mint macaron, what do they call that? Sheer linen ribbon. And I'll show you some samples with this. You have, I think of this as definitely your girly set with purses. And on one side you have kind of the shoes, purses, lipstick image, and on the back you have flowers or different patterns. Now this paper is different in that it was originally 6 by 6 instead of 12 by 12, which means there are 12 different designs instead of 4 different designs. So instead of getting 2 of each, you'll get 1. Every single paper is going to be different. So you have purses, shoes, and lipstick. Well, you have more than that. I'm going to tell you with my card idea. And perfume. And I think any of these work with this card design. You just stick your paper of choice on the bottom, and then add your little greeting. And there's that green ribbon on the top. So any of those would work. And on the other side, you've got stripes and flowers and just kind of different designs that don't have to do with makeup and dressing up. This looks like a palette of some sort with your brushes. This is like my favorite paper in the set. I think it's so pretty. There's a little card made with that set. And the new embossing folder that goes with the Hhrishi Blossoms suite. And again, there's our little green trim. We go through these flowers, polka dots, more lipstick, flowers, polka dots, and dress up stuff is what I would call this. But you can see any of these patterns would work with these cards. Some of them are bigger flowers, cute little shoes on the back, and perfume on the back. So that is your all or best dressed designer series paper with the macron trim. And that's what you get. You get all of those papers and all the ribbons, and then a PDF telling you giving you the basic measurements for these different cards. So I'll put a link so you can order. Thanks. Bye.